So, good evening, everybody. A quick one. Welcome to today's Bible study. Brief Bible study, very brief. The nature of spiritual battle. The nature of spiritual battle. We are in a war. There's war. Spiritually, there's war. Children of God, we are fighting a spiritual battle every day. The nature of spiritual battle. That's my topic. Very brief. In Ephesians chapter 6, 11 and 12. That's where I'm going to take my lesson from right now. Now, in Ephesians chapter 6, verse 11 and 12, Paul, remember Paul is the writer of that book. Paul paints a vivid picture of the Church of Jesus Christ as an army. Paul says that the Church of Christ, we are just like soldiers of Christ. His instructions are clear. He gave us these instructions. Now listen to the instructions. Paul's instructions are very, very clear. Listen to it. It says, put on the whole armor of God, that you may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil. Put on the whole armor of God, that you may be able to stand against all the wiles of the devil. If you put on the whole armor of God, you will be able. If you don't put it on, you will not be able. That's what Paul is saying. So there's something you have to put on in order to defeat the devil. There's something you have to do in order to overcome the devil. If you don't do it, you will not overcome. That's what Paul is telling us right now. Now listen. For we do not wrestle against flesh and blood. We don't wrestle against people made of blood and flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of darkness of this age, against spiritual host of wickedness in the heavenly places. You see what we are fighting against? Spiritual wickedness in high places, principalities, powers, rulers of darkness. These are things we are fighting against. Now listen, spiritual warfare is real for every believer. Take it to the bank. I said spiritual warfare is real for every believer. Once you are born again, if you are a child of God, spiritual warfare is real for you. You must go through spiritual warfare. It is for every believer. So spiritual warfare is real for you and me, and it never ends. The devil never say bye-bye to any Christian. The devil will never say bye-bye to you. Evil thoughts will never say bye-bye to you. They will never say bye-bye. They choose no. They are always there, battling to make sure they take control of your hearts, battling to make sure they take control of your minds. Evil thoughts. These are spiritual battles. It is real for every believer, and it never ends. It never ends. It is a war of life and death. It is a war of souls of humanity. It is a war against a highly structured evil empire. Listen to me very carefully. It is a war of life and death. It is a war for the souls of humanity. It is a war against a highly structured evil empire with Satan or devil at his command. Listen again. I said it is a war against a highly structured empire with Satan at his command. The devil is the commander-in-chief. He is the commander-in-chief. And these are the people we are fighting. The devil is the commander-in-chief. So it is a war of life and death. It is a war for the souls of humanity. It is a war against a highly structured evil empire a highly structured evil empire with Satan at his command. If you do not master the principles of this warfare, brothers and sisters, if you do not master the principles of this warfare, you will not be successful as a Christian. Take it to the bank. That's what I said. This war we are talking about, this war we are fighting, the Bible says we are not fighting against flesh and blood. We are not fighting against people. It says normal people we are fighting. No. That old woman in your house to you. No. That's not all people we are fighting against. We are fighting against principalities and powers. These are unseen things. We can't see them. That's why you have to be very, very careful in your Christian race. It is a war of life and death. It is a war for the souls of humanity. Your soul is involved. That's why you have to be very, very careful. It is a war against a highly structured evil empire with the devil at his command. Be careful. Be strong and courageous. You must put on the whole armor of God so that you can stand, so that you can overcome these trials, so that you can overcome these persecutions. It is a war against a highly structured evil empire with the devil at his command. And if you do not master the principles of this warfare, brothers and sisters, if you do not master the principles of this warfare, you will not be successful as a Christian. What am I saying? You have to master how to resist the devil. Remember, the Bible says we should resist the devil and the devil will flee away from us. If you do not master the principles of this warfare, you will never be successful as a Christian. That's it. It's a war of life and death. It is a war for the souls of humanity. It's a war against a highly structured evil empire with the devil at his command. And any child of God, any Christian that does not master the principles of the warfare can never be successful as a child of God. He will never. For anyone who is looking for a prime, if you are looking for a prime rose path that leads to heaven, you can never find it. There is no easy way. There is no easy way to heaven. The Church of Christ, the church is at war on earth and even in the heavenlies. The Church of Christ is at war here on earth and even in the heavenlies. That is when Paul says to wrestle. When he said to wrestle, that involves putting, when you are putting two men together in a cycle to wrestle, to fight each other. That means we have to wrestle against something. We have to fight against something. We have to wrestle against the devil. You see, we have to wrestle against something against something whose effort is to destroy or to kill. That's whom we are fighting against. His total effort was to destroy each other, principally, maybe by gouging the eyes or by doing anything. So it's not that easy something. So we have to be strong. He advises us to be strong in the Lord and in the power of his might. Every child of God must be strong. Be strong in the Lord. Be strong in your faith. Make sure you are strong. Not allow the devil, because we are fighting a very highly structured evil empire. There is evil doers everywhere. Evil doers everywhere. Every child of God must be strong. Be strong in your prayers. Be fervent in prayer. Pray without ceasing. Don't be tired in prayer. More power. The more you pray, the more powerful you become. But if you are not prayerful, the devil will mess you up. If you are not prayerful enough, the devil will mess you up. Remember, this is a war. This war is about life and death. If you don't win the devil will win you. So you must not allow the devil to win you, brothers and sisters. Don't allow the devil. Don't give him the chance. You are an overcomer and you will remain overcomer. We are victorious. Say, in all these things, we are more than a conqueror through Christ that loves us. You are an overcomer. Amen. 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 Amen.